Got a few Spydercos here I'd like to put up for sale. I'll show them here in a video. I think it's the best way to look at knives and really know what you're getting. Some of these will have the original boxes, some it's just a Spyderco box that I have laying around. So first we'll look at an original Manix. This is a large knife, a lockback. This is a user. I bought it used. I haven't carried it or used it, and what I have since learned is that this is most likely a factory second, is what this notch on the blade means. Now that I've been to a Spyderco factory second sale, I know what that notch is. So this, I don't know why this is a factory second, but it was. And after I got this, I bought it used. I actually sent it back to Spyderco because the blade wasn't deploying very smoothly, and they worked on it. And they actually smoothed it up. It's really nice now. But I was surprised after I learned that it was a second that they did that. But anyway, here it is. Like I said, it is a user. It's not. There's not a lot to point out on it. I think the worst thing is actually the factory second mark there on the spine. But you can see where the clip was mounted up here at some point. Not a lot of wear on the clip, but there is some there. The blade itself, a lot of this is just smudges, but there are some marks up there that aren't coming off with a finger. So up there's some marks on the blade. Spyderco sharpened this when I sent it to them, and I haven't used it since they did that. But large knife, original Manix. And we'll take a look at the centering on it. Yeah, the centering favors this side, the clip side, just a little bit. But nice solid knife. This does not come with the original box. It just has an extra Spyderco box that I had laying around. The second knife here is a Gayle Bradley 1. This is in the M4 tool steel. Now this one has been modified. A previous owner took it, usually this scale over here and liner is flush with the other side, so he modified this for easier access to the liner lock to unlock it, which I had one of these modified like this and one original. I really preferred this, and I already sold the other one. But he actually did a really good job on this. You really can't tell. I don't know if he used a Dremel or what exactly he used to do this, but I think he did a pretty darn good job on it. So I'll try and show that. Here's the lockup on it. This is a really, really solid knife. Very smooth deploying action. Very solid lockup. This has been, I'll call it a light user. I think I actually got a new clip and put on there, so you may see some light marks, but nothing serious on there. Not a whole lot to point out on this, other than this is modification would be the biggest thing somebody would want to know about. Other than the blade, so this is M4, and it will stain, and you can see there are some black dots, and I'm going to hold this in different ways to try and show those. Here's some up here you can see, hopefully. Right there. But expect to see some dots and stuff on this blade. I think on the spine there might be some too. You can kind of see up here, you can see some black marks on the spine. Up here on the, by the Spidey hole, you can see one right there. And then on this side, you'll see some speckling around the emblem here. This guy has been sharpened. I think I've probably touched it up on my sharp maker, but it's pretty darn sharp, and there's no like nicks or dings in the blade or anything. And for those that want to know, this is an older version of the Gayle Bradley 1. It has the solid liners. They are not skeletonized. Showed the lockup. Let's look at the centering on this. This one looks pretty good. I'd say it's pretty well centered. So this is a nice knife. I really like this. Gayle Bradley 1 M4 tool steel. Next one we've got here is Spyderco Vrango, I guess is how you say that. I bought this used. I really don't see anything to point out on this knife. It looks new to me. I haven't carried or used it. There on the clip, there are some light marks, which could have been from carrying it or could have been from the factory. I don't know. But I would really say that's the only thing on here that I really noticed worth pointing out. You'll see some smudges on the titanium, but they just wipe away. This is a really pretty, a really nice knife. We'll look at the centering while it's closed. Centering to me looks spot on. Nice smooth action on this. It's a liner lock. There's your lockup on it. Nothing on the blade. Blade's sharp. No nicks, dings, anything like that on there. S30V steel Taichung model. Yeah, this is a neat little knife, and I just don't really have much to point out on there. This does come with the factory box, so you are getting that. Let me go back to the Gayle Bradley real quick. This is not the factory box on the Gayle Bradley. It's just one that I had sitting around. So next one we've got here, this is a Manix 2. This is the flat ground blade, S30V steel, black coated. Everything's blacked out on this one. I bought this as like new in box. I carried it in like an EDC bag for a while, but never pocket carried it. It has the factory edge. I may have cut open a bag or two or something with it. You notice the clip screws here. There's a little like bronzish color showing through there. The clip itself looks really clean. There's not much to point out on this knife. It's got a really nice action to it. It just flies open. It's a nice knife. I've got several different Manixes, so that's the only reason I'm looking to get rid of this one. We'll take a look at centering on that. That looks spot on to me. Centering on that guy. Focus. There we go. Maybe. There we go. So yeah, this would be a nice one for a user, for somebody. And this one does have the factory box with it. And the last Spyderco I've got here is a PPT, a Perrin PPT. Love, love, love this design. This one is S30V. It's got like the DLC coated blade. Looks really slick. Really nice action on this. I bought this like new in box. I have not carried or used it. So there's really not much to point out on this guy either. Clip looks good. Edge is factory, no damage to it. Here's your lockup on that guy. We'll take a look at centering. I've had a couple of these PPTs. They're nice. They have really, really nice actions on them. Come on, focus for me. There we go. And this comes from the factory with this fob on it. So.